Everybody has a podcast.
Hey now, welcome in. 9:34. Another Monday night, everyone. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Oh man, kind of was a stormy weekend down here, but not too bad. Other than that, how was your weekend, everyone?
Hey, Wiggy, take out the trash!
stormy and humid. Grant Mills. Yeah, Saturday was nasty out, off and on storms. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The worst thing about those is it cools down the area for a little bit. Then it just gets like a sauna outside. It's a terrible day. It's been a terrible summer for weather. Would you agree with that, Grant Mills?
It's pretty damn hot out there.
Yeah, seems hotter than normal and more humid than normal. Maybe I'm just getting older and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. But it was a good weekend, though. It was a good weekend to relax. I was actually on call this weekend. Had a couple of calls come in for work. Don't really have to do much. Just go to my computer, document, and then tell them to wait till Monday, basically. But that gave me an excuse to sit around and play a little bit of Xbox. And I know you know that I know what we know we'll be talking about tonight. Some NCAA 25, but a couple other games I dabbled in as well. So fun weekend to do that, and the perfect weekend to do that.
Oh, I definitely nerded it up all weekend with NCAA 25, which we will do a review on later on in the show. Oh man, yeah. Anything else happened for you this weekend?
No, it was a quiet weekend. I feel like most of my weekends have been like that. I need to get out. We need to get out soon. But I had both kids this weekend here, so took them out, got some lunch, and I was planning on trying to get them somewhere like the zoo. There's a safari park down in Montgomery that I thought about taking them to, but man, the weather was really stormy down there, and even worse than up here. So, put a dimple in those plans. But everybody enjoyed hanging out. My oldest daughter actually gave her my Xbox One, put it in her room this weekend, and she actually played some Fortnite. She's actually not bad at it. Kids really adapt to gaming quickly these days. So she played a little bit of that, had fun with it. And man, really, that is about it. I wish I had something exciting. We do need to plan a homies night soon, but that was not this weekend. It was chill.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that. I did go down the rabbit hole with some YouTube videos and shit like that. I actually just got I think it's still going on right now. The Fresh and Fit podcast actually has Matthew Cox on there live right now, and basically this guy was a huge scammer, fraudster. I remember him being on America's Most Wanted as well. He did a bunch of mortgage. He had a mortgage brokerage or something. He did a bunch of like identity theft and shit to do.
I remember that. I remember that name.
With real estate. And so it was hella interesting. But I'm going to get back on after this and actually finish the rest of it because it's still going on live now. So I had to jump off of there and jump on here for the podcast tonight. But also, man, I checked out this guy. His name is Foolish Frankie. And actually, I don't know how in the hell I got to these videos.
I'm telling you, damn.
Yeah, fucking around. But I like jazz, so it's basically this saxophonist guy. And he would get on Omega, which is not even around anymore. I believe he went to Funkdoid last year at some point. And basically, they have another one. It's like the Monkey app now or something. But what it is, you get on there, and it's like random video phone calls with people that you can, basically you get on random video calls with folks. Okay. And so he's on there with his saxophone, and he has a guitar and like a looping machine. And basically, he'll take song requests and he'll do them like right there. He'll listen to it and then like actually like do it, like play it. He'll like do the guitar part and he'll put that through he's run it all through this looping machine. He'll loop the guitar and then he'll come in with the lead on the sax. He's pretty damn good, by the way. And so man, I've like watched a bunch of those videos too, man. He's pretty fucking talented, dude. I always wish I was really proficient in an instrument like that.
That'd
But
be cool.
unfortunately, I am not. But he did a really good rendition of Starboy from the Weeknd, which I'm not a huge Weeknd guy, but the Starboy rendition he did is pretty good. So
I didn't even know Omega was a thing until like a couple of days ago. How did I miss that whole thing?
I don't know. I got on there a few times, and it was in its heyday, I guess. It's weird, man. You see some weird shit on there.
So when you got on there, and if I'm hijacking the conversation, please keep
No,
on.
no, you're good. You're
We
good.
can revisit that. But I had no clue what it was until it appeared on some like TikToks and social media stuff that I saw. And I saw the 2 videos, but I never put together what the fuck it was till I figured out, okay, that must be some type of app. So I'm very very dated, I guess. But what did you see? Did you have any weird encounters, awesome encounters? What was it like?
You get on there and see like a couple dicks,
Okay.
girls, be sitting there and just random people basically sitting at their computer, or like somebody putting googly eyes on their butt or something. You never know what you're gonna see
All
um,
right.
on the Omegle. Now they have a the site is called like the Monkey app. It's basically the same thing, so you can get on there and Google that, and it's the same deal, just different name. Um, so yeah, it's pretty interesting, I guess you could say. Um,
Okay.
was that, but yeah, so got on looked at a bunch of those videos and trying to think, did I look at anything else? Not really. Did a bunch of just playing NCAA, man. It's been so long. Um, so yeah, dude, I'm glad that that game is finally back. And so, did you play it a long time, or are you kind of in and out with it?
You know what? Saturday, I devoted most of my day to playing NCAA. I picked it up Friday, and I didn't really have much of a chance to play Friday. I picked it up at lunchtime, had a break, but was busy. Like I said, I was on call all weekend, and Friday was a couple of calls come in. Um, so I played mostly Saturday. I try to go through the little training, the mini camps. I started a road to glory. I started a dynasty. I wanted to get into all of it, so I didn't. I felt like I did a pretty good deep dive. The dynasty, I'm only 4 games in. I decided to start a dynasty with Wyoming. I went to Bama, and then I was like, I'm not going to get better at this game if I just start with Bama. They're awesome in the game. I did play a heads up match with them against Auburn, um, and had fun with that. But yeah, so the road to glory was pretty fun. I know. I mean, we can deep dive now. We can deep dive later. I've got a lot of compliments and a lot of criticisms on it, and I think that's fair for a game that took an 11-year hiatus. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I
So
think they
what?
did a good job. I was
Yeah,
definitely playing it, but
I think they did a good job, man. I mean, there's a lot of elements from revamped because I did do revamped on my 2014, and I think that's a lot of it I can see in there. Also, a lot of people made a good point, man. They're not going to let the cat out of the bag for everything the first time they bring it back this year. They've got to hold on to some of that money for next year's game. And also, after 11 years, man, they're not going to put each and every individual thing in NCAA 25. They need to explore because there are some bugs. I've noticed several of them that happened during the game. There's supposed to be an update tomorrow, but I mean, overall, it's a really solid game. I kind of want to know your take, how you started, what mode you're playing on.
yeah, we can definitely get into that during the review here a little bit later on.
Sweet.
Other video, YouTube video stuff
Related stuff.
I've checked out here is there's a guy in Chicago. His name is Khalid Ataf, I think, and he's basically this dude in a convenience store in like the hood of Chicago, and he like plays jokes on like he's like plays jokes on like
His customer
people that,
base.
yeah, people that come in. He'll try to sell them a pink lighter, or
I
they'll
saw
say,
that one.
yeah, are you on a gay dating website, or he'll call them weird names and shit. So, oh, that's pretty funny. Um, and then this rapper named Viper, man, I was reading about this guy. That's currently, I think he's in jail right now for kidnapping this woman and keeping her in his house for like 5 years.
Huh.
And anyway, I was looking at this, and he has like 1,500 albums. And he's like I guess he's what you would call a SoundCloud rapper before SoundCloud rappers. Kind of like he's got some weird shit out there, man. And I was going through a bunch of his songs. There's a couple of good ones actually, but a lot of bad ones too. And so some weird videos there if you kind of want to go down the rabbit hole on that.
Was that the smoke crack guy?
Yeah, y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. Actually, I like that song. Actually, it's got a good get some good beat to it. But that's a weird dude.
Yeah, that's a weird, a weird dude, but a great title for a song. All day.
Yeah, never heard any song like that. So, also Luna the cat kind of crept back on some of those videos. Luna the Pantera. That's this Russian woman who raised up a fucking panther from a baby with her Rottweiler dog. They have several videos. So anyway, you can check out some weird videos if you are bored and at the house. You know.
Sounds like you had a good weekend of kind of going down the rabbit hole, as you would say. I think that's pretty fun. Man, YouTube will suggest some weird shit sometimes. Do you follow the suggestions, or are you looking for anything specific like rap music, and then all of a sudden it comes up with the rapper that says you're a coward if you don't smoke crack?
Usually I'll be looking for something else, or I'll be looking at other videos or some shit, and then that just like is there for some reason. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, that guy's odd. Oh man. But let's see. I think our boy's in here.
Real trap shit.
Hiya.
What up, Whis?
What's up, Whis Stuffer?
I'm just chilling, yeah.
How's your weekend?
Oh, it was pretty good. I was just fucking doing my thing, yeah. Baby was out of town, so I was at the house alone a little bit, yeah.
Oh, are you gonna get down? Did you get NCAA 25 yet?
I'm not yet, but I think I'm gonna get it at some point, yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't really play video games. That's for dumbasses.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like nerds and shit, fucking gay asses.
Oh, huh.
Oh, well.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I'm dealing with. Don't kill the messenger, y'all.
All right. Well, I did have sex with a girl this weekend in the midst of all my YouTube rabbit hole hopping.
Yeah. YouTube rabbit hole and the stormy weekend. Good time. How'd that go?
Oh man, she was so nasty. She thought a washer dryer was a douchebag and a towel.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Oh my god, yeah.
Anyway,
Whis wasn't impressed. He was less than impressed in the Monday night comedy series, but
I know it was kind of funny, but
well, you know, man, another Monday night. I mean, I don't know. I kind of had some trouble getting up this morning. I was like, man, didn't want the weekend to end, even though I didn't do anything. Kind of a weird feeling.
Did you get out today for work?
No, I had a fucking admin day.
Ooh, yeah. I was the same this morning. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the weekend vibes were a chill vibe, because I like rainy, kind of nasty weekends because it makes you feel like you can't go anywhere. And it kind of forces you to stay in. I'm usually on the go so much. I appreciated that. But this morning, yeah, I'm with you. It was tough getting up. I actually kind of snoozed a little bit longer than I normally do, so I had to work a little later. But yeah, tough to get up in the morning, man. I need to be self-employed.
Doing what?
See, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, doing what? I think there's some ideas that I've got, but like
trying to fake insurance agency and scam a bunch of people.
Man, God, it's so hard to get away with that kind of stuff nowadays. You know that?
That is true.
No, you can't do that. I talked to the banker one time about, how you used to do fake loans and, skim off the top at local banks and stuff. And I was asking if that's possible. He's like, man, there's so many security systems in place now. You can't. really smart people and really bold people can probably get away for a little bit, man. But it's not like the old days where criminals could get away. I tell you, I've been going on my unsolved mysteries deep dive, and I'm sorry that's been my show the past couple of weeks. But how almost sad it is when they come back 2023 to 2024 to provide updates for the shit that happened in the 80s and 90s. I think I sent this one. Maybe I mentioned it last week, but I don't think so. But it was one where they swore they saw this person, and it was maybe a schizophrenic kind of guy, somebody with some mental issues. He ran away from the house. His mom and his family were worried. There were sightings all over America. Everybody swore they saw him, and his poor mother had a lead that he was in North Dakota at some asylum somewhere, or a hotel for homeless people, something like that, some outreach program. And they had a similar name, and she swore the signature looked similar when she sent it. They had found his car a year before in the middle of nowhere. She went up to North Dakota to look. They swore he was up there. And then, like, the update, like a year later, his bodies were found dead, like, less than 100 yards from where the car was found.
Damn.
Yeah, it is, like, kind of depressing. But, you know, back then there was not that much transfer of information, that much people looking, that much people aware somebody's missing. So things kind of went under the radar. They were swept under the rug for a while. And you had hope. Nowadays, you don't really have much hope because it's easy to dash really quickly. It reminds me of the Blair Witch Project, man. When that came out in the late 90s, I was in high school. I remember people were saying, no, this is real shit. This is real shit. And, you got to go see it. And we went and saw it. And it was like, holy fuck, this is fucked up. This is a real video. And then you saw him on Jay Leno a couple of weeks later. It's like,
Damn.
okay. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. That illusion of mystery has faded a bit. So,
You never know what's real nowadays, y'all. That's what baby always told me.
That's what baby told you, huh?
you never know what's real nowadays.
You couldn't have figured that out on your own there, Whis? I see Mr. Enigma came in the studio for a second and left out. I was on another screen. I didn't see him, but...
Man, he dipped. Speaking of what's real, is the president missing? Have you heard this? Yeah, they haven't
heard. Dropped out, but
he dropped out, but he was sick apparently with COVID, and then
man, what if he probably died or something?
That's what people are saying, and there's Twitter suggestions. There was a call when Kamala Harris was giving a speech today. There was a quote unquote call from Biden, and he was on the line. And if you listen, man, it sounds just like AI. I'm not a huge conspiracy theory guy, but you need to watch that because they haven't seen him. And one of the representatives, the Republican representative, demanded that, he show himself or make an appearance because nobody's seen the president in like 5 days. And he canceled a meeting or some shit. That's a pretty fucking big deal. The leader of the free world. So it's been strange. It's very strange that Mr. Biden and hopefully he's okay. Listen, I don't play politics. He's an old man. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I'm not going to wish ill on him like people might wish ill from the other side. But
yeah, those hypocrite leftists. Fuck y'all, dumbass.
Yeah, but it's weird. To me, it did sound like an AI call. You need to go listen to that after the podcast tonight because it's very, very strange.
That AI is so good. Sometimes I can't even tell it's AI,
I can't either. It's really, really odd.
Man, it's just getting crazier and crazier.
It's getting bizarre, man. What a crazy world we live in these days.
Man, what the fuck is going on?
I couldn't tell you. Oh.
Jeez.
The president's missing.
I don't want that nutbag Kamala Harris in, man. She's not. That's not it.
That's not the move.
No, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with all that. But, Jesus. Lord help us. Hopefully whatever happens is, doesn't fuck us all. So.
It could. Very good chance of that.
Yeah, it definitely could, but I'm just hoping not.
I mean, where's there's the dark, there's the light too, y'all. Just remember that.
Very profound.
Did baby also tell you that?
No. I learned that in church, y'all.
Church.
Oh, okay. I see you have a spiritual side to you a little bit.
That's right, y'all. And don't y'all forget that shit. Believe God.
All right, cool.
Forgot it already.
Respect that. Oh,
I respect it.
Oh, yay.
Strange times we're living in, my friend. Strange times.
It's kind of strange. Yeah, so we're talking about Biden dropping out, and the whole missing thing now, which I didn't hear of. So I guess they're gonna go with Kamala though, as far as the Democratic nominee. And,
Yeah.
You think they're gonna keep it like that, or you think they're gonna try to get Hillary in there somehow?
I think they'll keep it like that because apparently, and if somebody's out there, quote me if I'm wrong, she can keep, since she's the VP, any funds donated to his campaign. So they don't have to basically start over. I'm sure there's some accountant out there that's telling me that I'm fucking up what I'm saying. But my understanding is if anything was donated to the Biden campaign, since she's part of that campaign as the VP, she can keep all those funds. And people were saying she, like 24 hours, she raised the most money after she was elected or nominated, I should say. I've heard that's not exactly true. She's basically taken all the Biden re-election funds, and now they're under her re-election funds. So, which, if you would vote for her, anyways, man, that's not a good thing. She's a nasty woman.
And she's an idiot.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying that to be I'm always very moderate. I was not a Trump fan the first time around. And still, like I said, I think as a leader, he stood up. As president, I'm not going to tell you he's the best. I think you should vote for who you most align with. But I'm telling you, that party has... I liked a lot of the Democrats they had originally years ago. They had Tulsi Gabbard. They had RFK Jr. was, I think, two moderate options that were really good. I did not like Bernie Sanders, man, but they screwed him out of the nomination when Hillary was up there. They basically shit on him. He was getting so much traction, and they said, we're not going to let that happen. So, yeah, I mean, I don't respect any party that does that kind of bullshit. And, no respect for that kind of shit. May the best man win. And if it was Bernie Sanders, God forbid, I mean, that's what America wanted. Go for it. But, yeah. It's strange times we're living in. I don't think that's a good move, but what the fuck do I know? I'm surprised Biden had beaten Trump. So
yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories on that too, and I don't think we'll ever really know the truth about that. To be honest with you,
I don't either. I think
I'm not gonna say it was rigged, but I don't know, man. I mean, I really kind of have mixed emotions about that.
I do too. I think there was some. I think there was something going on. I will say this: back in the debate in 2020, Trump didn't help himself. Trump did a very poor job stepping over him, and he looked extremely unlikable. The debate was really poorly done by Trump. He really kind of went out of his way to just shit on Biden and not argue politics. So I think that was a big factor too. That said, I think there was. I'm with you. I don't know if there was something. I think there was something weird about it. Something didn't add up. I'll say that.
Yeah, there was definitely something stanky.
Yeah,
going on. So we will probably never know, folks. But it is open to speculation. Let's go ahead and get into some. All right. That's some little bit of news for all of yous guys. Oh. Well, we all know NCAA 2025 came out over the weekend. technically Friday, but we did have some early release for if you had the deluxe version bought online via, I guess, every platform that had it. So, which I did have to do because my dumbass got it on Amazon. It still ain't here. So, I had to buy it online as well. But, like I said, the one cool thing about it was I got it early.
So did you buy 2 copies?
Yeah, I did. But that's okay because I figure, well, you know, I'll just keep the one for backup in case, like, you know, I know there's going to be a game that comes out every year, but maybe I'll just keep it unopened since this was the first iteration that's come out in 10 years or whatever.
I think that's a smart idea.
Yeah, just keep it chilling. Maybe it'll be worth something in 20 years. Maybe it won't, but, you know, be good to have, I think. Why not? What's going on out there in the world? We got some weird news and we got some video game news. So it looks like, as far as video game news, Donald Trump, we're talking about Joe Biden and a little bit of DT there. Donald Trump's Twitch account has been unbanned after 3+ years. I never get on Twitch. You ever get on there? Your kids get on there?
I never fuck with it.
You know, we should get an account on there. I don't want to show my face, but I feel like we should get on there and do some, like, streaming of, like, Fortnite or something. I'll download that tonight. Maybe we can work on some, like, Fortnite or NCAA or something, maybe.
That'd be fun. I'd be down.
Yeah, that might be cool. Maybe we can try to get some action, video game action going on. But this one's by Zach Zween. The former president's temporary ban in 2020 became indefinite following January 6th, but it looks like back on Friday, Twitch unbanned Donald Trump's official channel. The Amazon-owned video game streaming site reversed the ban due to Trump's status as the official Republican nominee in 2024's presidential election following the party's convention earlier this week. On June 29, 2020, the then current president of the United States Twitch account. Oh, shit. I'm sorry about that. Have my arm resting on
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone. Shit, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Where was I? June 29, 2020, the then current president of the United States Twitch account was temporarily banned over hateful conduct. However, on January 7th, 2021, after the violent riot perpetrated in D.C., Twitch made the ban indefinite, claiming it did this to prevent Trump from using the streaming service to incite further violence. However, 3 years, 5 months, and 4 weeks later, Trump's official Twitter account has been, I didn't meant to say Twitch or Twitter, because I think he got him banned from Twitter too at some point. So,
I think so.
It says Twitter. Well, account was unbanned. So, yeah, I guess both of them are unbanned as of now. On July 19th, as first reported by esports journalist Rod Slasher Breslau, Twitch decided to reinstate Trump's official account. Breslau shared a statement from Twitch on Twitter explaining the reversal of the ban. We reinstated President Trump's channel. We believe there is value in hearing from the presidential nominees directly when possible. Trump is now the official Republican nominee for U.S. president. So he back.
He back.
He back, everybody. Man, have you seen Mark Zuckerberg lately?
I have.
Has he gone red pill on us?
Yeah, you know, he got into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I saw that. I know he's been doing that, but he had an interview with something. He was saying how badass Trump's
how he looked.
Yeah, he said that was the most badass thing he's ever seen. I'm like, whoa, that doesn't sound like Mark Zuckerberg. And he looks a little bit different too.
Jiu-jitsu has been helping him, man. That's what happens. Yeah. You go out and you lift some weights and you do jiu-jitsu, and he actually has like color and personality to him now. So, even if you're a billionaire, I think there's a chance you can be locked away or isolated and have strange personalities. And I think that type of personality kind of goes more towards, the left. So, I think after he's gotten out and social more, visible, if you will. He's done more masculine things. That's more of a, I would say that's more of a right quality, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you'd never expect him to say any shit like he did in that interview that
Yeah.
I saw him on. So that's one thing, man. Maybe he's coming around. So
I think he is. That was definitely impressive that he said that. Did not expect it from him, of all people.
yeah, man, me neither. So I mean, it's a lot of shit changing. That I think it's going in the right direction for this country because the last 3 years, man, have just been shit. I don't know how anybody besides the elite rich fuckers could even say that. Could even say that it wasn't, rather. But Mr. Enigma, what up, my man? I saw you come in, man. I was on a different screen, brother. So what's up? You can call in and we'll put you on if you would like. Thanks for coming on in, my friend. Hope you had a good weekend there. And but yeah, so yeah, all good, my friend, all good. So it looks like we got folks coming around as far as that goes, and hopefully this country will get back on track. Um, Game Pass, got a little Game Pass news here. Now, what are you thinking about Game Pass so far, Jay Wiggy? I know you got that, so give us a little mini review on that.
I like it a lot. I was surprised at what it was, so I hopped on there because I wanted access to try some demos, and you get some pretty steep discounts on a lot of games too. Apparently, a lot of them, if it's something that they have on Game Pass, they rotate in and out games. You can use a lot of them for free for a while. Now, if it goes off of Game Pass, apparently it goes off your system unless you buy it. I'm a fan. I think they bumped it up $20 a month, but they did $1 for 2-week free trial. So I like it. It allows me to I feel like I'm sponsoring now. I like it. It allows me to try out new games for a low cost.
So
No,
do you
but
just get over and download the games, or
yeah, you can. You can play some through the cloud platform.
okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
without so that's how I played NBA 2K. I didn't have to download it or install it. I could just play it through cloud. You can tell the difference, obviously, if you're streaming. And our internet is not the greatest here. It's pretty solid, but it's not the fastest. On the cloud is not as
Some
smooth.
lag time on it.
A little bit. It's not nearly as smooth, but I mean, if you want to save space, that's a good way to try it. Or if the game's not very graphic heavy, something a little older, you could go that route. But it's cool at least to dip your foot in to see if you're going to like the game or not. I think that's also another, the ultimate Game Pass is what I have. I think I don't know if there's a couple of tiers to it, but that's the one I got. I figured I could try it, and it's basically your Xbox Live too, so you can be around and do multiplayer and all that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it, man. It's definitely let me check out a couple of games that I probably wouldn't have checked out otherwise. I found some games on there. One was Disneyland Adventures. My daughter was playing that the other day. I don't recommend it for adults, but I mean, dude, you move. It is funny because she actually got a hang of it. 4 years old and can move around the park and like meet Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Winnie the Pooh, and you get to walk through like Disneyland. So it's good shit for that kind of thing. Yeah, man, you should give it a try. At least do the $1 trial. You get 2 weeks on it for free, or for $1, I should say, and then it'll renew after that. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Well worth it.
All right. Now I know you're a COD guy, right?
I haven't played in a while. I didn't download one the other day. I was about to download one, but I did not. I haven't played in a long time.
So it looks like Game Pass is finally getting its first Call of Duty later on this week. Activision's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is reportedly coming to Xbox subscription service soon. It appears finally almost after a year completing its acquisition of Activision. Microsoft is adding a previously released Call of Duty game, 2023's Modern Warfare 3, to its Netflix-like subscription service, and you won't have to wait long. This is who's this? This is by Zach Zwing. I forgot to say that. Looks like we've known since May that Black Ops 6 is the next major installment in the popular FPS series Call of Duty, and it will at some point launch on Game Pass, but not sure when as far as that game goes. According to a new report, it seems that 2023's Modern Warfare 3 will become the first Call of Duty game to land on Game Pass. On July 22nd, Insider Gaming corroborated multiple rumors from various insiders claiming that Xbox would bring Modern Warfare 3 to Game Pass on July 24th. It's expected that Microsoft and Activision will officially announce the news on Tuesday, though with it leaking out ahead of schedule, it's possible Xbox will change plans and tease Modern Warfare 3 on Game Pass later today. It says, well, that would have already probably happened. Modern Warfare 3 is a fan favorite, of course, and I never played that. But I know a lot of folks, man, they're so. Hey, go ahead and try to call in again, man. I wasn't on the screen. I know a lot of folks play that, but it's. I've never been a Call of Duty guy, so never jumped in on that craze.
I gotta admit, I used to be a really big Call of Duty guy, but then like what killed it for me was that they weren't coming up with anything new. They just kept remastering the old Call of Duty games. I'm like, why am I gonna waste $60 on the game I already have?
Okay, I got you. So just like a bunch of like reskin stuff, or not exactly a new game, like with
like Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Those are all remastered games already, and
okay.
They already came out like years ago on the 360, and now they brought them back on the Xbox One, which is cool and all. But I mean, the goal of them to charge full price like it's a brand new game, I'm like, no, I don't care if you remaster it. It's the same damn game.
Yeah, I feel like they play the same. I have played. Hello, Facts Porcupine Podcast.
What's up, Porcupine?
They already left.
Oh man.
Jews.
On the phone app, I can't see when they leave, but I will agree with that. I did which one was it? I think it was the old Xbox 360 World War II one, which is good. It's a great game, man. But if you've played one, I feel like you've played them all. Doesn't mean.
What's the latest one? Black Ops 6?
You know what war game I missed the most, and it was so badass, and I don't know why they stopped making them. I thought they were great. I thought they were better than Call of Duty, and for some strange reason, they just like didn't catch on, and they stopped making them. But I don't know if y'all remember this oldie but goodie. It was called Medal of Honor.
Yeah, great game.
I remember the name, but I never played it, so I think I might have seen it or something.
The campaign was just absolutely amazing. My favorite one, I want to say it was Medal of Honor 2 was with it was Pearl Harbor. The whole Pearl Harbor World War II thing, man, that was badass. They did such a phenomenal job on that game. It was just amazing, and then they just like boom disappeared. They just stopped making Medal of Honor. I was like, why?
Is that like a first-person shooter, I guess?
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. So the cool thing about it is, like on when you're playing the campaign, it's a first-person shooter, and then you go into like since the first part of that game you're in the Navy, so you get on like the warships or the battleships, and then you're on the what do you call those? The little P3 boats with the 50 cals on them. Those things were cool.
P3 boats with a 50 cal on them.
Yeah. Like an old school 50 cal. That's cool though.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's just not a lot of games like there used to be, or it could be I'm just not. When you're younger and stuff, man, I feel like that's.
I'm convinced they made every single game they can possibly make, and now they're just like rebranding and like remastering the old games and trying to pass it off as something new. Like all the NFL games, they're the same game every year. All they do is update their roster, and that's it.
That's the same thing with movies, remaking all these movies and just putting, making subtle changes like ethnicity and main characters, and it's just the same. And they don't even call it something different, though. Is the thing they just remake the same movie? So
see, I tell people, like I don't mind them rebooting movies or remaking movies, but don't go super political or super woke on it because it just ruins the whole point of the movie.
Oh, definitely,
it's crazy.
Man, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm scared. I'm scared to watch The Crow though. Like I'm excited, but I'm scared to watch the reboot of The Crow because man, that Brendan Lee's The Crow, man, is an epic masterpiece. There hasn't been one movie that has captured that type of cinematography ever since that movie came out. Not it hasn't even no movie has even come close to that dark gothicness of style of that movie.
What is that out already, or
Not the remake, no.
their
That one
remake?
hasn't come. Yeah, the remake comes out. I think it comes out in November, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's when
Okay.
Gladiator 2 is coming out November, I think the 22nd, maybe, which I'm excited about that. I think that'll be a great remake. I love the original Gladiator, so.
I've never even seen the original Gladiator.
Oh, man, come on, really?
I think it's one of those movies where like I get it started, like I'll try to watch it a couple times and it just never works. I either like go to sleep or something happens and like I have to leave or you know what I mean?
That's what I say about Dune. I saw the first 15 minutes of Dune and I passed out in it. And I keep trying to watch it and I can't seem to get past the first 15 minutes. I'm like, why are people so and like I can't see how people are so into the Dune movies. Like I fall asleep. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all people? It's a snooze fest.
Yeah, yeah. That is that they have two of those, right? Dune 2, right?
Yeah, Dune 2 came. I was like, no, I'm not wasting my money on that. It's like if I can't sit and watch the first one, I'm not watching the second one.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. I mean, I haven't even attempted to watch any Dune movies. I heard they're really long. I can't.
They are. That's why I fall asleep because it takes forever just to get to like the good parts of it where it picks up and stuff. The first like I said, the first 15 minutes of the movie for the first one for me was just it took forever. I'm sitting there watching it trying to keep up with it and I'm nodding off. And I finally crash out and by the time I wake up the movie's over. I was like, what the hell? I was like, I swear I just like closed my eyes for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If it can't grab me in the beginning, like it's got to have something that's interesting at least. So
Right, and that's because I'm a big movie person. I love movies. I'll sit and watch all kinds and like from all years. Like I don't care what year it came out, I'll sit and watch it if it's something I haven't seen. And like I tell people, there's one horror movie that has been like underrated and overlooked for years, and I don't know if y'all ever heard of this movie or seen this movie. It's called My Soul to Tape.
Why have I recently heard of that movie? Is that an old movie or a new movie?
It's an old movie. It's by Wes Craven. So the whole
I
concept of the
was
movie
just about to say that. Sounds familiar.
So the whole concept of the movie is that there's seven babies are born on the night that a serial killer dies, and this serial killer he inhabits one of the seven babies' bodies, and he's continuing his killing spree, and the kids are got to figure out who's the killer or like what body did the serial killer inhabit. Who's the serial killer? It's a badass movie. It's a great movie, but the
Hmm.
reason why it was like so underrated and overlooked is because when that movie came out, Saw 2 came out. I think we Saw 2 or Saw 3 that came out, and then there was another horror movie that came out, and it just got horrible advertisement when it came out. But I mean, it is a badass movie. It's a great movie, and it's just like I've been waiting for like a part two to that or something, just because the way the movie ends, it kind of like hints at there might be more or something more. But I don't want to give away too much. Y'all gotta sit and watch that movie. It's a damn good movie.
I remember
My
seeing
soul to
Saw
tape.
2 in
I'll
the.
write that down.
Yeah, we need to get back to our movie reviews. I remember going to see Saw 2 because I remember who I went to see it with. I was more focused on her than the movie, but
So because
that
it
was
came out, y'all remember when they started pushing the horror movies in like 3D when like what was
yeah,
that Final
like
Destination 3D and all that shit, and the Saw 3D.
mid
So
early
that
2000s.
was so that actually is funny because a fun fact about that movie, my soul to take. So uh when that movie originally came out, it got such the ending. The fans complained so much about the ending that they pulled it out of the theaters, reshot the movie, like the ending of the movie or the back half of the movie, and then re-released it. It's crazy how they changed the whole movie after they released it. That's the first movie in I don't know how many years that a film company removed it from theaters, reshoot the whole ending, and then re-released it very quietly, mind you. They didn't really. make a big deal about it when they pulled it out, but or like they didn't advertise they pulled it out to fix it. But I mean, I'm glad they fixed it because the original ending sucked. When they re-released it, it was bad. So it came out good.
Have you seen The Serpent and the Rainbow?
That sounds familiar.
You
It's
talked
another
about that a long time ago. Did you
Whis
review that?
Creaver. I need to watch it
It's
again,
Wes
man.
Craven, right?
Yeah, it's a Whis Creaver. It's an old one. This is like 70s or 80s. And
Second, but yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
remember
an
you made
old
a
one.
reference to that a long time ago on this podcast because I think we were talking about
It's
underrated.
a long time ago, yeah. It
We
scared the
did.
shit out of me.
We were talking about underrated scary movies. One of my favorites was Frailty. I thought that was a really, really, really good movie. Matthew McConaughey, Powers Booth, um, Bill Paxton. So I love it if it comes on TV, which you don't see it much. I think I've got it on Amazon Prime, but really creepy. It ties religion in and ghosts and demons. It's just a fantastically done movie and didn't get really a lot of fanfare. I never hear people talk about it as being one of the more creepy movies, but that was an early 2000s movie. And I think you're
Which one?
right. Frailty.
Mm.
Yeah, really good movie. I think it there were so many good movies that were coming out at that time, and I think a lot of them just got lost in the shuffle. That to me was the last hurrah of really good movies before the streaming world came in and kind of knocked that down a little bit.
Y'all ever watch a movie called The Gathering with Christina Ricci?
Oh gosh, I should.
Dude, that movie. That is another movie that was like overlooked and underrated. I mean, it is phenomenal. So it takes so the movie kind of takes like it has religious aspects, but that's what makes it scary, I guess you can say. And you're thinking, how's religion scary, or how do they take a
No, I
religious
think
concept and make it?
yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, so without giving the movie away, it does involve particular amount of ghosts, but the ghosts aren't what they seem.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
So there's a twist, a big twist to it, and it's phenomenal. It blew my mind away. It even has the actor who played Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four movies. He comes out of there too.
Huh. Well, damn. Oh, well, damn. I have to check out The Gathering. I have a question for you guys. Now, I know, Wiggy, you can't eat lobster or anything, but did you ever like it? You guys lobster fans? You like? I know you can't have shellfish anymore, but
Oh, I love lobster.
Yeah.
I grew up on the coast and pretty much on an island, and that's practically all I ate was fish, lobster, shrimp, you name it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty much just a big ass roach, y'all. Those are arthropods, motherfucker.
I am not gonna lie though, it's expensive as hell. Yeah, I guess you could say they're the cockroach of the sea.
yeah, they're fucking good though. I like them too,
Yeah.
man. It's been
When
a while since I've had one.
when I could eat it, yes, I liked lobster a lot, and to a lesser degree crab. I love shrimp though, but lobster
What do you
was.
mean when you could eat it? You got allergic to it now or
I
what?
did, yeah. I had an adult
Oh,
onset
that
allergy.
sucks.
Yeah, adult
I feel
onset.
you. But believe it or not, I was never allergic to this, but when I turned 18, for some strange reason, I got allergic to it. And it's apples.
What? Apples?
Yeah. Anything with apple in it, except for pineapple. Anything with apple in it, I can't have it because I get an allergic reaction to it. It's crazy.
I've never heard of anybody allergic to apples. So, well, welcome to the strange allergies. I think my allergies also extend
Right.
to most nuts. There's a D's nuts jokes in there somewhere, but that's true.
So
And
you're
then
allergic to these nuts?
I knew it. You picked it up. And then yeah, most melons too, except
Except for
see,
her melons. Oh.
that's it.
Cody, get in the cello.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of lobsters and shellfish, I've seen the blue lobsters. Those are weird, ultra rare.
There's
And
the orange ones.
that's what I was just about to say, you bastard. This one's by Ben Cooper. Ultra rare orange lobster was found at Red Lobster in Colorado. Looks like the manager of a Red Lobster restaurant in Colorado said a rare orange lobster that arrived at the eatery will be taking a permanent crustacean vacation to the Denver Aquarium. The orange lobster was spotted by Jose Romero. That sounds like a baseball player, a dishwasher at the Pueblo
Baseball play.
restaurant, and general manager decided to spare the rare colored invertebrate from the dinner plate. Quote, I have been at Red Lobster for 12 years. I always unpacked the live lobster shipments and have never seen an orange lobster. I noticed it right away, how different it was, and thought, oh my goodness, I better get him back in the tank and find my managers. The GM said lobsters with rare colors such as orange and blue are usually sifted out before the shipment arrives at individual restaurants, but this one slipped through the system. Orange coloration is believed to occur in only one of every 30 million lobsters. An orange lobster caught off the Maine coast in 2023 in June is currently being studied by researchers at University of New England to determine whether the case of the peculiar pigment is genetic or a result of environmental factors. I've heard of the blue ones, but I haven't heard of the orange ones. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Looks like he'll be
And the rare
chilling.
purple cobra.
Yeah. Purple cobra. I've never heard of that.
Dang, that was loud. That hurt. Did y'all hear that?
Did you pop your arm?
That was my elbow.
Oh, damn. You're falling apart.
Right.
Oh.
Dang, becoming an old man.
Don't get
How
old.
old are you? Are you in your 20s?
No, I'm in my mid-30s.
You're not old.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I tell my nephew that, you know, it freaks me out because my nephew's 19 now, and he's like, it's funny as hell because, like, he's taller than me, and if you look at him and you look at me, you'll never guess that I'm his uncle. You're like, how are you his uncle? And so you look so young. You don't even look old enough to be his uncle. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
His girlfriend thought I was his cousin. That was funny as shit. I was like, no, I'm his uncle.
Oh,
She's like,
damn.
oh shit, you're his uncle? I was like, fuck, I thought you were his cousin.
Is she pretty hot?
Hmm?
Is she hot?
Well, I don't know. I mean, she's not ugly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Let's see, we
Chill
got any other news stories that are very interesting? Not really. I'm not seeing too much. Usually we have a cool world record or something. But I'm not seeing anything. Oh, we'll just cap it off with this. Now I know we've had some stories of old people and stuff. So here's one: pioneering physicist finally receives her doctorate at the age of 98. Damn.
She got her doctorate degree at 98 years old.
98. So she's a physicist who dropped out of post-grad school to raise her family 75 years ago. And this is an honorary one. So she was awarded an honorary PhD at the age of 98. Rosemary Fowler was studying at the University of Bristol in 1948 when she discovered the kaon particle. But then she left academia before earning her doctorate when she married fellow physicist Peter Fowler in 1949. Sir Paul Nurse, the Chancellor of University of Bristol, said Fowler paved the way for critical discoveries that continue to shape the work of today's physicists and our understanding of the universe. So she was 22 when she discovered a particle that decayed into 3 pions. This particle was later dubbed the kaon. Quote, I knew once that it was new and would be very important. We were seeing things we hadn't seen before. That's what research in particle physics was. It was very exciting, she said. Fowler was made an honorary doctor of science at a private graduation ceremony near her Cambridge home. So, all right, that's cool. It's really hella old, but it's an honorary degree, so it's not like she was going back in and cracking the books or anything.
What the fuck's a pion?
I don't know. She old as hell, and I'm looking at the
3.14? No, just kidding. Nion with 3.14?
Nah, she all fucked up, got sunspots and shit. But what do you expect at 98? I mean, come on, man. Well, you know, good for her. You know what I mean?
Hey, good for her, man. 98 years old and still alive and kicking, and she has her scruples still. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's an uplifting story, everyone. So, yeah. Oh, I'll be dead before 98. I don't want to get that damn old, and I sure as hell don't want to get a doctorate, but that was an honorary doctorate, so like I said, she didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's gay.
Yeah. Well, at least she was in the middle of doing something and kind
I'm
of
just trying to throw shade at a 90-something-year-old woman.
for an admirable cause, I guess. So
No, that's respectable.
Did y'all see that story? And I don't know if it made national news, but over here, there in the newspaper or in the news too. A homeless man found a scratch off ticket in the trash can. Noticed that it wasn't completely scratched off, so he grabbed it, finished scratching it off, and guess how much money that homeless man won off of that ticket that somebody threw away because they didn't finish scratching it.
How much?
$200,000.
Dude, the dude won he won $1,000 off that scratch off. I was like,
Shit.
dude, I bet you that person is like beating themselves up. They're like, that's my damn ticket.
I would shit my pants.
Yeah.
For real. And you know what? The funny thing was, it was an instant winner, an instant $1,000 winner. And the guy didn't finish, or whoever bought it didn't finish scratching it. They forgot to scratch the bonus game. They just scratched the main game. They didn't scratch the bonus game, and they just juked themselves $1,000. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'd be crying.
Yeah, what an idiot.
See, that's probably the good route that our truck driver friends does. If you've ever went to do lottery with him, he just scratches the barcode, then goes back to the machine and scans it. He doesn't even play the game.
But shit, like no joke, like when I used to work at my grocery store, we had those lotto machines where you just put the money in and then you push the button for whatever ticket you want. And there's I had these three people that were constantly buying scratch offs. They'll scratch them and they'll throw them away, right? Even if they were winners, they threw them away. So they won their money back or they won $2-3, they throw it away. So at the end of my shift every night, I will go to that trash can. I'll take the trash out and I'll sit there and I'll keep I'll go through all the scratch off tickets and find all the winners, keep the winners, and then all the tickets that were the second chance lotto tickets, I kept those too, and then I threw the rest away. Do you know how much shit I won off of the lotto doing that? I mean, I've won a lot of money just picking up the $1, $2, $3 scratch off wins that they were throwing away. I was like, I don't know about y'all, but that's a win in my book, even if I even out.
Yeah, fuck it. Money is money.
Indeed.
Well, folks, we're going to take a break now after the news. We're going to go ahead and do, on the other side, we will have it's not a vintage gaming review, but it is a gaming review, and it's a double up NCAA 25, which came out this past Friday. So we'll give you a couple of minutes to get a drink of something, maybe use the facilities, and we will see you back here in a moment.
All right, guys.
Damn man. Damn man.
Looks like our buddy Mr. Enigma hopped off there. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. All right, so, man, this one we've been waiting on for a while.
Long time.
Man, NC Oh, man. Alrighty then. Man, so you got this one via hard copy.
I got it via hard copy. For some reason, man, and it's the old school guy in me, I just like having a hard copy. The digital stuff is super cool, but I'm old school, man. I want that disc. I want to install it. So I got it hard copy at GameStop.
Yeah. Does it run pretty good off the CD?
Runs great. You know, you install it first, so it took a little while to install, not too long. Once it installed, you know, I think it pulls most of that information off the CD, and then the CD is probably there more as a validation that you actually own the game. I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's actually reading most of it off the CD. I feel like you're installing it, and then it's still running a little bit. But that being said, yes, it's run flawlessly so far. I haven't had any issues with the games. I've caught a couple of glitches here and there, but the gameplay itself has run fantastic. So
nice. Well, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I haven't really got to delve in too deep to like Road to Glory or the Dynasty or whatever. I've been just kind of fucking around with playing the computer, to be honest, but it's still really fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think about like what the last iteration was like. You know, it's been so long since I've played it. I can't really do a comparison of the two, but as far as gameplay, it's good. Like I said, it's still fun. I want to get more into actually, trying out Road to Glory and the Dynasty and some of the other stuff and online play. So it's definitely hours of fun. I mean, as far as it stacking up to the last iteration, because I know you played more of the revamped and everything. How do you think it compares to that?
yeah, so what I did a good, a bad, and an ugly so far for this game. You're probably going to have more actual gameplay feedback than I will on how it plays. I may have a little bit more venturing into different modes, but comparing it to 14, it's different. And I think at first I was frustrated with how different it was because I was still playing NCAA 14 up until really less than a week before I got this game. I was still playing it. And you get so accustomed to, really 15 years of the same or similar controls. They've changed a lot, but now that I've played it more, I think it's for the better. Like what's frustrating is, and I'll start with my bad. I think changing the controls is not necessarily bad, but it's a tough learning curve. You've got the RPO, you've got to really learn timing on that. The option is different where you used to, I think it's actually inverted. I think you actually used to hold A down.
Well, are we talking about user catch?
I'm talking about option right now, but
Okay.
User catch is a little different too. The controls overall have been overhauled. The user catch is, from what I understand, you can go in there and change the passing to classic passing if you want to. I don't know how much that's going to affect your catch, but did you change any of your passing settings on there? Or did you
I haven't. No, I haven't done any of that because I was trying to do the user catch and I was like, I thought it was a different way. I thought you held down the fucking button or whatever, and then I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, it wasn't giving me credit. I don't think I was doing it right anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely a really steep learning curve on the controls. The mini games help because defense, I was getting burned on really bad at first, and I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong? So I've read a lot of reviews online. One, if you haven't played NCAA in a while, like me, don't try to start at Heisman or maybe even All American, because if you're Heisman on foot,
I'm on fucking varsity.
yeah, see, and that's my yeah. I think I went down to All American because what is it? Is it varsity All American?
No, it's like rookie or something. There's
Rookie varsity All American, and
or
okay,
freshman varsity, All American.
I may need to go down to varsity because All American is tough. Now, granted, in my dynasty, I started with Wyoming, and Penn State beat the shit out of me, and they should. Here's the thing: I'm Wyoming. I'm rebuilding this program. I shouldn't beat number 5 Penn State at Happy Valley. The AI is really clever on this. I don't know if you've noticed that, man, but if you run a bunch of the same plays in a row or similar, the defense is going to pick up on that, and they're going to start creeping forward. They may start blitzing your package a little earlier. So you really notice that. I've noticed that with the AI. So you really have to you can't spam the playbook like you used to. I had this one play on 14 with Bama. It was a play action pass to the tight end, and I would guarantee 99% of the time it worked. And it's fun to do that. But at the same time, is it realistic if you do the same play the same in a real game? That's not going to be realistic or fun. So I do think it's bad, quote unquote bad. It's a challenge that they've changed some of the controls, the kicking controls. Did you try kicking?
Oh man, I was fucking up at first. I got it down now. I wasn't holding it down to like you gotta hold it down after you fucking center it. So.
Right. And then you can't let it like redline too much, or then it starts going crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's good though. They made it more challenging. That's my two drawbacks, and I say that with an asterisk beside it. It's just a really steep learning curve, and they've changed the controls a bit. So that's it. The good thing, man, the Dynasty and Road to Glory both are similar. Both are pretty fun. Road to Glory, same as what it was in previous games. You create a prospect. You can choose a 5-star elite prospect, a 4-star, a 3-star, or a 2-star. If you start with a 5-star elite, he's going to be obviously somebody that you wants to go to a Power 5 powerhouse: Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia. 4-star is what I started with to give myself a little bit of a challenge. It lets you teams that you fit the profile of. You kind of design your player, how he's designed, what tendencies he has. I did a quarterback, obviously, because I feel like you actually get a lot more gameplay as a quarterback. You're in on every offensive play. I got a starting offer at Northwestern, so I think that was cool. And then I ended up going to the transfer portal after my first year at Northwestern and was benched at Alabama. I was 3rd string, won the 2nd string job, and then midway through the season took Milroe's job. I don't think that was realistic whatsoever, but I can appreciate the fact they let me compete for the job, beat Milroe out middle of the season, and then come in. You can do the transfer portal. You have to manage your stats on there. I won't go too much in a deep dive, but Road to Glory is pretty fun. I think there's opportunities there, but I think they did a good job. Dynasty, the same way. Transfer portal recruiting is really fun. They make it pretty realistic. I love the playoffs. I did I did the playoffs in Road to Glory the first year. My Northwestern team somehow managed to no, they didn't make the playoff. Bama made the playoffs. We won the national championship with Bama my 2nd year. My bad. And it was cool watching the brackets line up. So so far so good. The ugly stuff, Grant Mills. There's one big glaring hole that I hate. You cannot edit your rosters at all. You cannot create a player. I don't understand why. I'm guessing it has to do with the NIL deal. They don't want you to change who's in there. My understanding, and I haven't got to this point yet, is after new recruits come in, if they're year 4 recruits or they're computer generated recruits, obviously, you can edit them. But I think that's still kind of bogus, man. I feel like, dude, if you don't want to play with fucking the Alabama quarterback or the Alabama, you should be able to edit them and create your own players.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it kind of sucks they took that out.
Yeah, I always love having Whis Creaver winning the Heisman every year. Grant Mills is my running back. Jay Wiggy as a QB. It was fun to watch your friends that you create, or if you wanted to create a player and put them in the portal, not the portal, as a recruit. I thought that was cool to create your own kind of recruit to see where they end up at. I don't see that option either. So that's pretty bogus. I've seen a lot of feedback online. People aren't a fan of that. I feel like that's just more of an NIL thing. They wanted to honor all these players in, but I don't see how that affects it, man. You're paying $70 for a game. You should play how you want to play. They're in there already. All you're doing is just editing them out if you want to.
Yeah, definitely. I think that sucks they took that out, man.
Yeah, that's pretty glaringly stupid. That said, they do have a team builder online. I haven't done that yet, but is that I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I'd have to try it and see how team builder is.
Oh, you been doing any playing on it today?
I haven't had a chance today. I debated after the podcast getting on one more time, but probably not going to tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll get down on it again. So, if I had to give it some farts right now, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 4.5 farts on it. I mean,
4.5 farts for you.
Yeah,
I'd go 4. But that's also, I haven't explored the game enough, so this is my review so far. I might amend that half a fart. I don't know.
I was going to go 4 to be completely honest, but man, I mean, I've got to give them credit. I think they've added a lot. It's completely unique from previous generations. I don't know how you feel about gameplay. At times, it feels a little arcadey. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It definitely doesn't feel like Madden. So that's a plus. But I mean, yeah.
There's times it just feels, and I don't know a better way to say it. I think the speeds are so much quicker. I think they're really fluid. I think they're beautiful graphics. I will say, man, the replays look phenomenal. If you see a replay at the end of the game where they do a recap, or they, you make a big play, they do a replay, dude, it looks just like a fucking football game. It's amazing. Yeah, it does. I mean, some of it looks a little arcadish at times. Like I remember I threw a toss sweep the other day on a game, and somebody came up, made a routine tackle, and the running back just like flips everywhere. I'm like, dude, that's not gonna happen. It's a little bit, but not bad. Not enough that I think it takes away anything. It's just a little different than what the previous NCAAs were. And again, that's 11 years ago. We're in the future. So overall, man, I think 4.5 is fair. I think it's getting there. There's supposed to be an update released tomorrow to update some bugs. It's cool you have a lot of teams. I want to explore Team Builder, and maybe that'll be my goal this week. So, but I'm happy with it, man. I think it's a good purchase, and we'll have to do an online game this week or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I still need to download Fortnite.
Yeah, that's I did not expect to get into that as quickly as I did. So have you ever played it before?
I have not.
Yeah, man, I did not. My daughter wanted to play on it, so I gave her my Xbox One, and she moved it to her room because after I got the new Xbox, I just put it in the closet. I didn't think she'd really want it, but I asked her. I was like, man, it's better than sitting in the closet. I'm not going to try to sell it, dude. I mean, of course, if she wants it anyways. And she's like, well, you should try Fortnite. All the kids talk about it. And she played it, I guess, on her iPhone or iPad, whatever the hell she has. And I was like, I'll give it a try. Hell, and gives us something to do. Dude, it's really fun. I mean, it's open world map or a big map, drop you off. Big battle royale style game. But easy to learn, super fun. Big fan of it. I did not realize that I've probably criticized Fortnite before, but now, man, yeah, I think you would like it.
Yeah, might have to try it out. I mean, why not? Yo, man, what was for dinner tonight?
Tonight I had 2 eggs, 6 ounces of chuck steak, and 2 pieces of toast.
Chuck steak.
Yeah, chuck steak's good, man. I think it's underrated piece.
Would you fry it or?
Put it in the air fryer. I cubed it up, put it in the air fryer, ate it with just a little salt and pepper. I have been trying to mark my calories, trying to trim down a little bit, only about a pound a week. So, yeah, for next 8 weeks or so, trying to lean up a little bit, but I'm trying to do it slow enough. I'm not losing any muscles, anything like that. But trying to, man, it's crazy when you get into, I've got an app called Carbon, where that monitors your calories. You put in what you eat during the day. It's got most foods that you can imagine, and it kind of coaches you on what your goals are. If your goals to gain weight, to for like lifting, for losing weight, or if you want to do what's called a reverse diet, which is kind of what I'm doing. It's basically losing slowly. You're staying at the same mass, maybe lose a couple of pounds, but you're trying not to lose strength. Man, you see how much. A lot of things you think would have a lot of calories in them don't, and then a lot of things that you would not think has a ton of calories. For example, like sauces, especially like Chick-fil-A sauce, like that little cup they give you if you go to Chick-fil-A. That thing's like 150 calories.
Damn. Just like all of them, or is it like certain kinds?
Most of them. Now, Big Mustard will tell you mustard's low calories, and it is. He's absolutely right about that. But if you're one of those people that need to dip your food in tons of sauces, I think Chick-fil-A sauce is 140 calories per that little ass cup. So if you eat 2 of those, man, you almost got 300 calories, and that's just your dipping sauce.
Yeah, that seems excessive.
Very excessive, sir. So it's really been keeping me on kind of my goals. It's a little it's a lot to have to do every day to add it up, but I eat pretty simple. So, man, I just punch it in real quick, kind of see where I need to be at. And 2 weeks in, man, it's definitely, I feel better. I feel like I'm hitting I was way underestimating my protein, man. I was probably getting 120, 150 grams at best on protein. And at my size, if I'm trying to get a gram a day, I need to be trying to get 200 grams, which I'm hitting now because I'm actually monitoring it. So, would recommend that for anybody out there. Carbon.
It's an app, you said?
It's an app. Lane Norton, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I follow him on Instagram. He's a power lifter, but also a doctor, and has his doctorate in like nutrition and biology or chemistry, some shit like that. And he always breaks down how certain, whatever you eat, how it affects your body, things like that. Puts to bed a lot of myths, like, carbs make you fat, shit like that. So he created the app. It's really cool, man. What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Some rice and 2 chicken leg quarters.
Damn, where'd you get those at?
The grocery store. I've been trying to work on different recipes, and so I've been trying to on my chicken game up, man. So I rubbed them down in some ranch seasoning, some onion powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of garlic salt, and some black pepper. And I put it in the oven at about 425 for like an hour. Pretty good, pretty crispy. I don't know that I've mastered it yet, but still trying to find some more recipes out there.
Yeah, I think that, man, I need to get out and try to do a little bit more. I eat so simple and plain, probably the most boring eater of all time. But God, when I do give myself a break and bite into a pizza, man, it's so delicious. You know what I was thinking about recently? I think I thought about it this weekend, man. You know who has, to me, some of the low-key best pizza there is? And it's got to be a good one, though. Sometimes you'll get bad ones. Sometimes you'll get good ones. Little Caesars.
Oh, man, I haven't eaten there in a while.
Dude, when you get a good Little Caesars that's really cheesy, oh my fucking God. And they have these little things right now. They look like cornbread muffins. But it's basically like the pizza crust with like cheese and the pepperonis inside of it. Looks like a biscuit with the pizza inside of it. God, it looks so fucking good.
I thought about doing my own pizza. Have you seen that dude? There's this dude, he did a quesadilla pizza. He had this big pan. It's on YouTube. And basically, man, he just got like one of those big tortillas, man, and then like some pepperonis. Put the pepperonis in the pan, and like some mozzarella cheese and some oil, and then no, he put an egg in there too, and then they put the big tortilla over it and let it cook for like a couple minutes, and then flipped it over. And I don't know, looked kind of good. I hadn't tried it or anything, but I also thought about doing a homemade pizza at some point. For the hell of it, I thought that might be cool. So,
have you done a homemade pizza before? I imagine you have.
I have not actually.
Really?
I figured if I was gonna do it, man, I was gonna go all out, which meant like the whole thing from scratch, which isn't exactly, it's messy and it seems like kind of a daunting task, but I'd still like to do it. Instead of fucking half-assing and buying the pre-made dough and shit, I'd rather do it like the real shit. So that would mean having to get the dough and knead it, and I guess you let it rest. I don't know. I need to go back and look, but doing that whole fucking deal and then putting it in the oven and shit. So,
man, we need to do that during a football weekend. One weekend this fall, have the homies come over and do a pizza making contest. We can judge it and talk about it on the podcast. We'll have Grant Mills chicken barbecue pizza, big mustards, mustard slices. I've done it before. I'll be honest. I've never made the pizza dough from scratch. I've always bought the pre-made, pizza dough, or the crust where you can just put the toppings on. I've done that, and to me, it just doesn't come out that good. I feel like you do need to start from scratch to make it really good. That crust just tastes too. I hate saying cardboardish, but I don't have a better term for it.
All right, yeah. I mean, well, makes sense. I mean, anything pre-made like that's not going to be usually that good.
No, the shit that you buy, it's got wrapped in a bag. It's already just a fucking pizza crust.
You're right.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on that. It's not, like I said, terrible, but it's not the same either.
True that, my friend. Oh, so you got a big weekend coming up?
What is this weekend coming up? No, actually, I took Friday off this weekend.
The old lady going somewhere?
No, man, I needed a break. I worked all last week was busy. This week's already shaping up to be extremely busy. I was on call from all Monday through Monday this morning. So last Monday at 5 p.m. Through Monday morning, this morning at 8. And dude, it was just stressful having your phone beside the bed. Tonight will be the first night I've slept in over a week without having to, man, that kind of anticipation or that anxiety, if you're waiting for something, or you have to get up at a certain time, like earlier than normal, and you try to go to sleep and you keep waking up like every hour or 2 hours. Do you ever do that? Or have you done that before?
Oh, yeah, it sucks. I do that every
that's what
night,
it was
like...
always. Yeah,
hello.
That's what it was with that damn.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Am I in the club? Am I in the club still?
You there? Hey,
yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, you're going in and out there for a second. You can hear you there. Hello.
Yeah, I'm. Am I back on?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, you're here.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, technical difficulties in the house. But oh man. Yeah, so fucking another Monday night in the books, folks. It looks like we have another upcoming week for everybody out there. Oh man. You ready for this upcoming week, Jay Wig?
Am I back? I'm ready for it.
Ready.
I'm ready for it. Sorry about that. Yeah, technical difficulties. I think, I don't know if Wi-Fi went down or hiccup for a second, but I'm ready for this upcoming week. I've got Friday off. Grant Mills hit me up off the podcast. Maybe we can get out or something Saturday, grab a beer or something. I need
I was going to try to make it to Church Key, man. I was going to go this past Saturday. I didn't make it.
To what?
Church Key. That bar.
Oh yeah. Let's we might creep on that or something. I need a breather, or at least to get out for a little bit. So, yeah, we will do that. I have no special quotes for you guys tonight, but I will tell you, man, if you try NCAA 25, we want your feedback. If you try Fortnite, we want your feedback. Come into the chat, drop your Xbox user tags. We'll all add each other. We can try to break this online dynasty. We'll continue with these reviews of the games that we're playing as we've upgraded to the modern world with our Xbox Series X. So hope you guys all have a great week, and Grant Mills will finish us off.
Yeah, we might try to. I might try to get a Twitch channel or something for streaming some video games. And
You'd be good at that. I could see that.
That might be kind of cool. Have us on there fucking around. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll play around with it. But follow and subscribe. Yeah, look at the old episodes. Listen to some of the old episodes. Some funny shit there. Whis, you got any last words for tonight, my friend?
I'm pretty funny, y'all, but me and Baby are gonna go make out. Oh yeah.
All right, everyone. I hope every one of you all out there have a great week and weekend. See us back here, 9:30 Central Time, every Monday night. We will be here. Yes, 9:30 and the Dirty folks. Love you all. See you then.
Peace.